Well, hello and welcome to another playthrough of a campaign level, this time the 5th level from the Rising Sun campaign on this very nice New Year's Eve. I am recording this in advance, so I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, I'm also happy to showcase this. Now, this one might be the first doozy. So far, we've passed with flying colors, although the second one, I believe, was kind of close with AI building this really good deck, which we just had to outpace with provinces. But this time, we have Typhoon, and Typhoon is one of the craziest twists of the game. And while I was clicking through this, you could already see some stuff resolving. And yeah, Typhoon is a twist saying replace a kingdom pile at the start of human's turn. And you can already see this small cloud, the small Typhoon marker, and this tells us that this pile will be replaced at the start of your turn after the next turn. So this small marker is the one the turn after, and then it becomes a big marker on our next turn, and then it will be replaced immediately after. Now, there's a lot going on in this kingdom, and due to Typhoon bringing in new cards over time, and there will be even more going on. Just in general, for Typhoon games, how does Typhoon work? Well, that the sequence of cards that Typhoon is bringing in is predetermined, so that will always be the same. So if you play this kingdom again, you will have the same sequence of cards. And actually, I've prepared an editor note. You can skip to the end of the video if you want to see this sequence of cards. I haven't really looked at it. I only know that the first card to appear should be Witch, although I'm also not entirely convinced that Typhoon is working as intended. Let's see. But yeah, the sequence is the same always, but the cards that are getting replaced, like in this case, Gold Mine, and then whatever card is coming next, the sequence of that is not predetermined. So we might lose Gold Mine and Council Room very early on, and with that, the only plus buy right that we have right here, or we might just lose the useless cards like Mine or Aristocrat or Snake Witch. Also, Snake Witch is an interesting case as it kind of relies on being returned to its pile. So if Typhoon has replaced the pile, we can never return Snake Witch. But yeah, this is, I think, a nice segue into the kingdom overview. You can read through the cards over here. Important cards right now will probably contain Mountain Shrine, which lets us, well, trash and also has that omen type. So after 5 Mountain Shrines have been played, we will trigger the prophecy, which is in this case Good Harvest, saying the first time we play each differently named treasure each turn, first we get a buy and a coin. So the first copper will produce 2 money and a buy instead of just 1 money. And also a silver and the gold will be worth 1 more. So it might be nice to diversify in that regard later on, especially if we pick up Mountain Shrine in the opening. Then what else is important? We have Kitsune, of course, super centralizing cursor that we want to get our hands on to as quickly as possible. And apart from that, Artisan can gain 5 cost cards, which right now looks really good, but later on might not look as great. I don't know. Right now it could gain Kitsune, Ronin, could gain even Gold Mine or Council Room. And yeah, Ronin also notably is a shadow card, so we can play it from our deck as if it were in our hand. So for example, let's say we gain one with Artisan, we top deck it, then we can immediately play the Ronin from the top of our deck. And otherwise, when we shuffle our deck, it gets shuffled into the bottom. Then also we have credit, and that is something AI has already used. We can gain an action or treasure costing up to 8 money, and then we get plus debt equal to its cost. So AI has demonstrated this by opening Kitsune, and I think that's pretty correct. Although you could also think about opening Artisan maybe. But yeah, Kitsune is certainly a strong opener with credit, even stronger if you have to 5-2, but we, both AI and us, we both don't have that luxury. Now, yeah, what else to tell you? Let's look at the kingdom plot. Right now it looks pretty good in general, pretty engine-like. There's village in Kitsune and aristocrat. There is draw in Ronin, especially nice with Kitsune and aristocrat as villages. And gains in artisan, council room, gold mine, plus buy, and Kitsune can gain us silvers, which is nice with good harvest. And yeah, I mean, in principle, also the fourth aristocrat we play has plus buy slapped onto it. Now, attack-wise, I think the Kitsune attack is pretty devastating, so we do want to get thinning as quickly and as early as possible. And that also brings us to the opening discussion. Now, I think in all cases, opening Mountain Shrine and then credit Kitsune is great, although on the 5-2 you have the option of just buying the Kitsune and then going into only 3 debt instead of 5 debt for the Mountain Shrine, which is quite something, quite a touch better than the other openings, which need to go into 5 debt. Apart from that, I also can see switching that around, buying the Mountain Shrine turn 1, and then turn 2 crediting for an Artisan. That also looks really good. The risk with that opening is to, well, have Mountain Shrine and Artisan collide, and in that case you're very sad, because, well, you do want to play the Mountain Shrine turn during your turns, and you do want to play the Artisan during your first turns, and if they collide, you do not have that luxury. But yeah, not much else to say about that. And with that, I'd say we start this game. Also, we note that with Typhoon, we really need to be careful that we get our hands on some key cards like Artisan and Kitsune and Mountain Shrine before they go away. I think we will open Mountain Shrine and leave the option to go for Artisan or Kitsune on the second turn, and that should be good. Now AI is just paying off the debt and doing nothing else. How risky do we want to play this? Okay, Artisan is going to vanish soon, so let's get our hands on one and take the risk. And we do take the risk, probably correctly, being able to top deck a Kitsune here, hopefully find the Mountain Shrine, which we don't. But we do get to curse and in principle pick up a second Mountain Shrine, but yeah, I don't know whether we really want that. And indeed, it is as I thought. The Witch is not the first replaced card because there's a bug in the generation of the Typhoon targets. I think the first card to be replaced was a gold mine that was replaced by change. And now already you can see change is going to get replaced next. Yeah, it's a pity we didn't get to trash during that shuffle, but we do get to pick up another Kitsune, and then with this Artisan, I'm not actually sure what we should do here. I would really like to get my hands on a Ronin, and since down there we only have junk, we could even think about just top decking a chapel to supercharge our trashing. Then we probably won't get our hands onto a Ronin. Hey. But if we get a Ronin here, we top deck it and then we will trigger a really bad shuffle afterwards, so I'm not really sure what to do. Yeah, probably it's best to just top deck a chapel. Maybe we can credit for a Ronin to ensure that we have it in deck. And this turn just trash out. Yeah, this shuffle was not that great. And maybe we pick up a Fishmonger here. Let's see. First what we draw. And now top decking another Ronin would have been great, but no such luck. We do have more Kitsune down there, so let's hope we have it on top, although we could also just go for a Sentry. No, actually a Sentry looks really good, because it will trigger a shuffle with the Ronin at the bottom, and then we get to pick that up. So now, yeah, we miss our chance on picking up a Fishmonger, but as long as we get a counter room... Oh, actually, I'm not thinking straight. The Good Harvest is supplying us with plus buy, so Fishmonger is really not that important. And we can just skip the rest of the turn there. AI is changing into gold, which makes sense because, well, gold is a great card here. We do trigger this shuffle, trash 2 coppers, get this Kitsune going, and draw a bit further here. Probably curse once again. Now down here we have not that many great cards. We have the Artisan and the Chapel down there, but yeah, I don't think there's that much we can do about that. Probably we should just pick up whatever, maybe Merchant and another Kitsune, or yeah, the Merchant. I think we will gain a silver off of the Kitsune soon, so yeah, I think we leave it here. We could be a bit greedy and pick up whatever with the credit, like a gold, but yeah, let's just end our buys. Maybe we just discard these 2 here and trash out those 2 curses. It's not very impressive, I know, but I don't think there is that much else that would have been super enticing that we could have done there. And now our deck is finally starting to get thin. We are starting to get it under control. And yeah, we probably do not want to gain silver just yet, but maybe... Actually, let's play the Merchant first to see what we draw. And this probably wants to get silver. The Mountain Shrine could trash the Chapel, which would increase our chance of drawing, and we also have the Sentry down there. So what we could do here is probably gain this Rustic Village, discard 2 bad cards, and we're guaranteed to draw this Sentry. Do we play it now or do we play it afterwards? I don't remember the other card. Maybe there's another curse down there. And yeah, I think this has worked out quite nicely. And now we get to finally go for better stuff. Actually, let's see, I didn't specify this riverboat has an Imperial Envoy, and I'm not really commenting on much of the stuff that's getting replaced, but I would say Typhoon has been fairly nice for us, because it has given us good cards while leaving us with nice cards also to gain. I don't think Riverboat Imperial Envoy is that good though, since we do have a fairly thin deck. And yeah, to increase the quality of that deck, maybe we go for Gold and Merchant. Yeah, by now we really just need to increase our payload, or actually maybe river shrine with a mountain shrine, of course, with the chapel in the trash and still one curse in our deck. This should suffice or it should not suffice. It should just help us to draw a bit better. And yeah, let's see. I like our position overall. AI does have 2 gardens, we need to be cognizant of that, and with good harvests it's easy to gain more coppers, so it's easy to increase the size of your deck. But we, on the other hand, also have the artisan first and foremost, which is great, and yeah, we do have the mountain shrines. We now have pretty much complete control of our deck, and yeah, get to gain another silver, or do we want to? Yeah, we have enough draw with the mountain shrine, and probably with the artisan we just pick up more merchants and leave this copper in the deck as well, um, just to have the +2 money off of it each turn, and can draw to the end, decline all this. And now we have 16, enough to double province, although we can also play it calmly and just go for more merchants and another mountain shrine. This is, yeah, some more money for the coming turns, which should allow us to triple province soon-ish. And yeah, the only thing, yeah, now might be the time to pick up a riverboat, because we are lacking some reliability. I could still dud here if we didn't find a village in the starting hand. Maybe we can facilitate this by artisan top decking something along the lines of a village. And yeah, finding this is great. Let's increase the hand size first. Play this mountain shrine, play this village, and not gain more silvers, I think, although yeah, this will in the future give us the capability of spiking even more. Yeah, I think I like gaining more silvers, one more silver there, and now we can top deck a rustic village because we have the Ronin in deck. We should be able to make use of that, and we already hit 25, apart from the debt, of course, but this means that next turn we will be able to triple province whatever happens, and we could maybe even get this up to quad province, to a quad province threat with gold. Can we? Well, we would need to. I think we do have the quad province threat if the Kitsune gives us 2 more money, and the artisan picks up a silver for us. Yeah, let's go for that threat and end our buys here. AI shouldn't be able to do anything super threatening. It could go for more gardens, but even if it just goes for a single province, then yeah, we should be fine. Now here we can even discard those provinces to lower our hand size, decline this, and already we have a great starting hand. Do we discard the artisan here? Probably not. Allows us some flexibility in case we need it. And yeah, exactly like here. Now this artisan, if it gains us a silver, top decking province. We have 27, which is not enough for the desired province out, and only 4 buys, so we cannot empty like gardens, whatever. In which case it's probably better to play this Kitsune for actions. What are the last 2 cards down there is also is a good question. We have a mountain shrine, I believe, and maybe another merchant. Yeah, I hasn't gained any merchants, so 3 more money. If we gain another merchant here and play it, we have 4 more money. Well, if with the silver again, what was it again? Yeah, no, we are not getting to any good things, so probably it's best to gain another rustic village and just go for province and triple duchy and trust that our deck can handle more, or maybe a council room actually to ensure that we have better or more draw. It was not a merchant, it was a silver actually. And AI changed into province, which makes it rather easy for us to finish this if we manage to hit double province. And yeah, we get to play this, although we might actually dud. In which case, how much money is this? This is 9 with two mountain shrines. Actually, we might lose this now with this rather annoying dud. So in that case, we just play the mountain shrine for 2 money. We have 11 and if we province and go for duchy, that's not enough. And we cannot even go for triple gardens. Why? This is rather annoying. I think we need to go for double gardens estate, and we might still lose to double province. Yeah, not finding a village there was really not the greatest thing to occur to us. And let's just hope AI cannot hit double province, but yeah, it also has 3 debt to pay off. And now, yeah, we hopefully should be able to, although it's still not that clear that we can. We do need to find even more village. And we cannot go for a random council room in between anymore because the council room has vanished. Yeah, I think we can safely play this mountain shrine, see where this rustic village leads us. Can we somehow pile out here? If we were to go for Kitsune, for monies, and go for the last gardens, we only have 3 buys, right? And 3 buys, but okay, this is already 14. I didn't realize it was that much, so then we can well, you also cannot go just for a silver because yikes, because that means that we don't have, that we have to top deck the silver, but what we can do instead, I'm just seeing now, is we can go for a vassal, top deck the Kitsune, and now close it out with the last 2 provinces, right? Plus 2 money, and there we have the 16. And yeah, this was a struggle in the end. I mean, 49 victory points, of course, is pretty nice, but 16 turns with a lot of twists and turns with the Typhoon. Yeah, I'm rather happy we managed to win it without requiring a second try. Also note that we are second player, so even a draw would have sufficed, but yeah, we didn't quite have the means to close it out the earlier turn, and we had this dud with not enough village. Yeah, maybe we would have needed to invest in a bit more draw, a bit more reliability earlier on. But then, yeah, maybe we provinced one turn too early. But nonetheless, this played fairly nicely. Yeah, is there anything else? Yeah, I wanted to showcase the Typhoon sequence, which I have on a notepad. And here, yeah, as you can see, this is the Typhoon sequence as it's specified in the campaign. Did I copy the wrong? No, I think I copied the wrong sequence. Actually, it's something else. This is the Typhoon sequence for one of the later stages. But nonetheless, this Typhoon sequence has the same problem or the same bug that I noticed earlier, in which the first two cards are not considered. So we never saw any Harbinger or Alley action. Change was the first one, then Gardens replaced anything, and Fishmonger, Chapel. And this was the sequence we actually saw, the Riverboat with the Imperial Envoy. And yeah, this is going to stay the same for every game, but what's not going to stay the same is which cards are replaced when. And yeah, I don't know, that leaves us, actually this time I shouldn't deprive you of this, but that leaves us with looking at this beautiful animation of progressing on the map. And yeah, I will end this video here now, and we'll try to catch you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.